Today, I'm going to be trying a new build that I've had some people in my Discord talk about. It is a build that legit Korea invented on Ahri after the W buffs came out. So the idea is you'll play 3 points in Q, and then you'll do W max. You'll play Blackfire Torch and into Lichbane, which is going to allow you to get a ton of single target damage. It basically works as like a single target assassin now. You'll really feel like you're actually dealing a bunch of damage during the mid game. Very important to note that W max, you need 3 points in Q first, because that's going to give you a wave clear breakpoint, where with Blackfire Torch you can kill the entire wave. So, we're playing against Akali. Generally speaking here, you really want to slap Akali level 1, but you guys know the drill. Whenever I play at the lower end of the ladder, I don't touch the enemy laner if I don't have to. So I'm going to be sitting back here and just going for my last hits, being very defensive, letting the Akali get away with whatever she wants to get away with. It's all good. You can get all of your minions on the wave, you can push me in, it's completely fine. I did see some comments where you guys wanted to see some more aggressive gameplay. I'll be giving you that soon. Rest assured. If you do have suggestions, by the way, to videos that you want to see, or if you just have questions that you want to ask, there's a link to a Discord in the description where there's a lot of conversation happening in terms of what you should be doing on Ahri and where I answer questions. It's okay to use spells to last hit on their tower here. Miss some minions, that's all good. Generally, I mean, I would love to harass the Akali. This lane is going to get quite rough because I haven't harassed her enough. Gonna prep these minions and then drag them on their tower. Actually, I can hold the wave here as well. This is going to make it a little bit more awkward for the Akali to play. In case any of you are wondering, this is played in around gold platinum MMR. So now I want to start queuing the wave. I want to start pushing every single wave. I'm going to hit level 3 here. That's going to give me 2 points in Q, which is going to allow me to get my wave clear breakpoint. Pop my elixir immediately. You will be running triple tonic alongside cashback in this lane. This is just what I have found to be the best after the cashback buffs. Gives you just so much opportunity to do whatever you want to. Gives you a lot of acceleration in the game. Akali is playing this in a very funky manner. If she ever decides to freeze the wave, I can't trade with her, so it's going to be very difficult for me to actually break that. I'll just continue focusing the wave, hovering the top side of the lane here. Maybe go for a ward here to make sure I'm not going to get ganked. Try to get a ward out while I'm not going for CS. She is stepping up very aggressively, which is good by her. If she ever figures out that I can't trade with her because of my rules of this challenge, I do think I'm in a very awkward spot. Because here, realistically speaking, she should be taking a ton of damage for going for these minions, right? They should be completely illegal by her, because she would be tanking the entire wave and tanking my damage, but, you know, so it goes. We'll be hovering the top side of the map as much as possible. Because that's where I have my ward, so that's where I know that I'm safe. You'll see that whenever I use my Q on the wave, I'm immediately stepping back just to make sure I'm not going to get completely harassed by the Akali. Now I can go into Fog, I can potentially look for a roam up here onto the Vi. Looks pretty impossible, but we should be able to just guarantee a Scuttle Crab for my Fiddlesticks. Oh, Jesus Christ, English is difficult. Also, look at what I'm wearing. I swear, I've stolen this from my girlfriend. All Asian girls have this. They have like one of these full body cozy blankets, basically. Okay, Scuttle Crab should be guaranteed. Let me just leave, go back to mid lane. Vi is going to cross over. I will lose a little bit of XP here. That's all good. Or lose 1 CS. That's all good. I don't think we can realistically contest the Scuttle Crab here. I know that Fiddlesticks is spam pinging it, but he's going to be too slow on the crab, realistically speaking, and bot lane is dead. So, seems pretty impossible to me to even go for that. I'll step back. Just wait. Akali is playing this very aggressively, which, respect to her, she should be. Oh. This could get a bit rough. And the problem is there's an Akali over the wall, right? I mean, I can try to be annoying to her, but realistically speaking, I can do nothing more. We have Fiddlesticks, Ahri against Vi, Akali. That's a very scary comp. Gonna push out this wave and then probably take my base. I should have enough gold for a lost chapter. So I can just take my base here. You hear that? It's the police. He's coming for my jungler. Because my jungler is running around the map like a little bit dizzy. But it's all good. Take my base here, teleport back to mid lane, teleport as far away as possible, pick up my lost chapter, and we're in a very good spot here. Akali is playing Ignite as well. That means she has no easy way of getting out of this lane situation. So what I want to do here is just spam push the wave. I mean, realistically here, I should be taking very, very aggressive trades with the Akali to stop her from even being able to base. Like, I can threaten a kill on her here, where she should be scared of playing this. That is... She is just solo killed here. In case anyone is wondering, she's dead there. I don't know, like, why she decided to play it like that. I'll let her get away with it, but she was dead. At the very least, she would lose her flash there if I continued chasing her. Very, very surprised that she just played it like that. But I'll shove out this wave. She'll lose 1 wave. I don't realistically see any roams on the map here, so I'll take my base as well. You might be a little bit confused by this base, but the reason is there's literally nothing else that I can do on the map here, right? Like, I don't see any possible roams. I don't have any wards, so I might as well base... Get all my HP back, come back to lane with an extra like boots that I wouldn't have previously, right? You will very rarely end up in these spots where you push out the wave and there's just literally nothing to do on the map, in which case you'll just base. And so it goes, right? Looks like big Eminem 3000 in the top lane is not looking too hot. Okay, so now we're gonna start doing W max. Enemy team is doing Drake. Think not a lot we can do about this. Fiddlesticks is on the top side of the map. Akali is here. Not a lot we can do. I will just push out mid lane. Akali is going over the wall to get for vision or check for vision, I guess. I guess we will take enemy topside jungle. Okay, Milio, I'm done, says the said AD carry. Okay. Now here again, you have a very good opportunity where you can just slap the Akali quite heavily. I have W max, so I feel pretty good about this. Like, Akali is walking into the wave way more than she should be. Like, I can realistically slap her a ton. I think I can actually kill the Vi there as well, by the way. With a full combo, I think she dies. That was a bit of an ambitious charm. Step back. Now we'll be a bit patient, because the Akali can just jump on me. Vi is still sitting mid lane. I mean, my goal here is just to be as annoying as possible. I'm not trying to kill anyone. I want to push out this wave. Get the wave out of this spot. Milio decides that he wants to come mid and take XP. Again, this just feels like such a weird way to play at this Akali. Because she looked like she's just losing her entire health bar. I don't understand. Zed is again dead bot lane. Fiddlesticks dies top lane as well. Not great. Vi is going to be on her bot side camps. She could look mid lane with level 6 here. Nautilus is also moving towards mid lane. Very important that when you're playing mid lane and you're not interacting with the enemy laner, you need to be staring at the minimap. You'll see my eyes glance down there a ton to see where the enemy team is. Again, Akali can die here very easily. I don't know why she's willing to play it like this. Like, it is so easy for her to die to any of these plays. If I just land a full rotation, she's dead. But stop freezing, grow up. Dude, that is so funny. Oh my god, I've never seen something so funny. Stop freezing, bro. Grow up. Yeah, Akali can again get absolutely owned here if I hit a charm on her with a full combo. She would drop very low HP. Okay, we can potentially look for a bot lane roam here. Let's loop down. Enemy bot lane is very overextended. Looks like it will not be possible. Let's just stay mid and shove out the wave instead then. Akali is in all likelihood basing, so I will shove out this wave and then take my base as well. Akali will get one wave of tempo because of this, but I think that is okay because realistically speaking... Really? There's no way you're gonna try to play this, right? I just don't understand. Akali knows something I don't. Which is that she knows that I can't trade back with her. I will just take my base here. I have a bunch of gold. I have Faded Ashes. Could grab a pink ward while we're at it. Very frustrating that I can't just slap this Akali to death. Looks like we're playing grubs. Akali should be basic. Dude, this feels insane. Akali can't play grubs with this health bar, like realistically speaking. I have to run up here. I have to drop this wave mid lane, which feels very bad, but this grub sequence is very, very important. This is probably where we come back into the game. Look for the Nautilus, I guess. We'll look for the Akali instead. My Aatrox kind of misplayed it. One auto attack should be good enough. I mean, I could just flash on her here as well. That should kill her. Nice. There we go. My ult was kind of into the wall, but you can see W actually does a ton of damage at this stage. Akali is now no teleport. The only reason this play kind of worked is you could see it was impossible for the Akali to play because she just hadn't based yet. She was so unwilling to base that she was sitting mid lane with half HP for the entire fight. Also, my mechanics were a bit rough in that fight. Nautilus also flashed and let his Vi get hit by the charm, which was incredibly funny. It's like, yeah, no, I just don't like you very much, Vi. That's what Nautilus said. I don't think I can realistically take another plate here. Akali will come back mid lane a little bit too quickly. We now have our W maxed, which is great. That means we can start going into E max next. We're not even going to be putting more points into Q. We're going to be switching it into E max here. Gonna be moving into Lichbane next. I don't even think I want a Dark Seal. Do I want magic resist boots? Enemy team has Akali, Mel, and Nautilus. Indicates to me that Merc Treads are probably going to be pretty good. Unfortunately, it is an AD jungler as well, but I think Merc Treads are realistically going to be best here. CDR boots are not bad either. Magic Pen boots is actually what Legit Korea recommends, so that's what I'll be giving a shot, you know? He's usually pretty good at figuring out new funky builds on Ahri, so I have stolen quite a few ideas from him, particularly the one with double points in Q. I did not really think about that breakpoint earlier in my career, so I will trust him to know what he's doing. So I'll just be doing Emax next instead of Qmax, and I'll be running Magic Pen Boots. Again, look, Akali should realistically not be playing like this, because I can trade with her very, very easily, and I will beat her in the trade. But she's very willing to play aggressively and forcing me off the wave, which just makes it impossible for me to get... Like that, you cannot tell me that is just not straight up insanity, to just E in without shrouding. Because here she can get killed again. She will probably look for me, so I will Q downwards, anticipating that she will be there. She is just roaming bot lane. Ping back my bot lane. There will be an Akali here. I cannot follow the roam, because she could be trapping. So instead, I will just sit mid lane and slap the tower. Looks like my team are all gonna die here. That feels very bad. Oh, they live. Did we lose flash? We didn't even lose flash. How did we live? I mean, I will just keep slapping this tower. I think I can go catch the Akali here. She should die. Nice. Yeah, she's just so greedy. Maybe we can look for that play. No, unnecessary. Let's just stay mid lane, push the tower. And now you'll finally see where Akali starts bleeding. She's going for a bunch of these roams, and she's dying or losing resources in situations where she just shouldn't be, right? And now she has no... Oh, looks like we're fighting down here. Is my Fiddlesticks just straight up dead? Can I save him, maybe? He can survive for way longer than you would expect, right? I mean, hit the full combo on him. I don't really want to fight this, realistically speaking. Maybe with W I can even kill him. Maybe look for Vi then. Vi dies. Okay, I do want to take my base because Akali's going to be coming out of base. That ward was meant to go over the wall. I want to shove out one wave and then take my base. Akali's going to be coming out of base here. She's going to have ult. She's going to have everything available. So if I have to drop one minion, that's okay. I'm going to be losing this minion. There's no way I can walk up to take that. Like, if we're being very, very honest, I will just die. Or I will just lose way too much HP for that to be worth it at all. So let's just take our base. Hopefully the minion doesn't walk up and cancel me here. That would be very awkward. Hopefully it died to the tower. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay, thank the heavens. I guess... Do we even want the boots, or are we gonna rush Lichbane? Ah, sure, let's get the boots. Let's go Lichbane next. I think Blasting Wand makes the most sense. TP mid lane. Get Sweeper, get a pink ward as well. I want my pink ward here at all times because it makes roaming a lot easier. This is not really a game where I've been able to impact the map that much, I will be honest. Because I have not been threatening the Akali that heavily, and I have not been generating push very well. But I have gotten like 2 or 3 opportunities, and they've all kind of worked out in a good way, so... But Akali is playing so aggressively that it's difficult for me to actually take pressure in the lane, because I'm not going to be trading with her. If I was trading with her, obviously different story, right? There's no way you're going to take this. Although, knowing you, maybe you just might. Ideally, we want to play the Drake here, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to go down here and sit in this bush, because we have absolutely zero vision. What I'm going to do instead is just going to trap this bush and wait for the Akali to come down here, and then I'm going to chunk her out. Ah, she's going to run the long way, isn't she? She's going to go this way. Chunk her out and then run away. Because this is going to make it very difficult for the Akali to do anything. Now she's half HP, how is she really going to play a fight, right? How is she going to have pressure in lane? How is she going to do anything here? And I can just walk back bot lane, place another pink ward, and then wait. I could ult on her here as well. Oh, I might have to ult out. Yeah, I should ult out. That's okay. She almost dies. She will have to base. I didn't expect Darius there. Even if Darius wasn't there, I would have had to ult out from the Vi. But, I mean, this means we get a ton of resources top lane. And Akali has to base, so I can keep pushing mid lane. So I'm even threatening a mid tower here. And the enemy team are going to all overextend to the top side of the map. We just saw Vi moving up there. We see Mel bot lane. We see Nautilus up here. That means no one is mid lane to defend. The only one that can be here is, like, Vi. And I know she's running top side. So we actually get to take a free mid lane tower because of that entire sequence. And now I'm going to take my base. Akali gets a free kill. Yeah, so it goes. I think Drake is kind of unreasonable judging by where our Fiddlesticks is positioned. Grab Sheen. Can open mid lane. I think open mid lane looks solid. We're going to be trying to play Herald here. I think we should not fight if at all possible. Because the enemy team, we know that they have everyone topside and I'm in base. Maybe I can save the bros. No, Fiddlesticks is very dead. That sucks. Take mid wave then. Nothing I can do. Looks impossible. Enemy team is going to get Herald. So knowing that the enemy team is going to get Herald, what are we going to do? Probably just push out mid lane and then try to trap for the dragon. Make sure that they can't get both, I would assume. Sounds pretty solid. I'm not realistically going to be able to do anything. I would assume this is not warded, so I think I can sit here. Okay, never mind. It's pinked. Never mind. Take this and then come back to mid lane. There's no reason to overforce or try to contest an objective that I already know is gone. Only thing I can do is try to think about what I want to do next. I think it's pretty fair for me to start interacting with the Akali at this point, right? Like, it feels fair. We're 16 minutes into the game. Seems reasonable. Start beating her up if she does something silly like that. Right, like take her entire health bar. Then sweep the bot side of the map here again. I want to get as much vision control on the bot side here as possible. Can maybe look for Mel down here. Looks like there's an all-in happening. Ult the wall. Should I? Look for Nautilus next. W. I don't know if I quite kill him. It's gonna be close. There we go. You can see just how much damage the W actually does on single targets because of the buffs. The buffs, by the way, were just more damage to the same target with W. Okay, okay. We have killed enemy bot lane. I don't have ult. Probably just want to secure Drake. I do want to slap this tower as well. We actually are gonna have a ton of pressure on the top side of the map. That means Vi is in all likelihood gonna run top lane to defend. Never mind. They're just gonna give a top tower. I was assuming that Vi would run up there to try to defend this. Which would mean that enemy team would not have players on the bot side. Okay, so she is just all-inning. I think she just dies. I have a Milio up here as well that can just defend me with shields and ult. So we should be okay. Okay, my Milio just straight up didn't ult, healed, or shield. Fuck you too, I guess. Like what? I was like, nah, I'll just hug my Milio. She has heal, she has shield. Oh, he, sorry. Has heals, shields, and ult, and then bro just didn't use any. And I just died. He used his ult too late, in case you're wondering. So I died. I always forget that Milio is male. It's because bro just has the like kit of an enchanter support. And all enchanter supports are females in the game. So I just instinctively think it's female. Okay, I think teleport bot lane here is actually very good because now I can threaten this bot lane tier 1. So regardless of what happens mid lane here, you could also argue that I should just fight mid lane because I'm on a massive spike, right? Like I'm 2.5 item to everyone else's 1 to 2 items in the game. Like even Aatrox, the guy who's taken 2 towers top lane, is behind me in gold value just because I have more CS than him, right? But yeah. I will take bot lane tower. I want to accelerate towards 3 items as quickly as possible. 3 items is kind of when you get very obnoxious on Ahri, especially with a build like this. I could trap here. I wonder if I one-shot her. It's very close. Yeah. But my W didn't hit her? Eh? Nautilus is running bot. But you can see just how much damage you actually do with this build. Like, the W is crazy damage. Take this. Maybe pink ward this. Just... But it is very scary even if Nautilus shows from this bush, right? Maybe just take my base here. Because if he shows from this bush and Mel from this bush, I can die. Akali also has ult up, so I don't think there's any world that I can actually continue playing the 1v1. I don't want to buy boots. Boots have less value. Like the upgraded boots have less value because I have cashback. So I want to rush my death cap as quickly as possible to get as much value from cashback as possible. I'm going to run bot lane here. My main concern is a fight is going to break out mid lane and I'm not going to be able to impact it or have any pressure because we have absolutely 0 bot side vision and I'm playing against Vi Akali. So I have to be very respectful. Okay, we see Vi now on the map. I still have to be respectful against the Akali in the 1v1. I can try to trap her here. She might try to walk in here. I'm going to sweep just so I get a little bit of a heads up. Okay, she's not walking in. Because I'm not very fast at reacting. I would assume she's just still in this bush, right? Oh, reaction time. But you are massively losing the trade, my brother. I could ult on her here and she would die. She doesn't have a shroud. But we'll just chunk her out and leave it at that. There's a Nautilus down here. Atakan is on the bot side. I probably want to pick up red buff here. Just to get my HP regen going. Don't you dare. Thank you. I would love this red buff. Get the HP regen. Enemy team has 2 people on the top side of the map. Can we realistically force this Atakan? Do we have sweeper? We do. Can you sweep this? I mean, can we even force this? Do we have damage? I don't think we have damage, if I'm honest. Like, do we deal damage to this objective? Like, I will go push this out, but I don't actually know if we deal enough damage. Push out bot lane here. I think we should just try to fight, to be honest. Like, I think fighting is what makes the most sense. Just go for first target. You do a ton of damage to even first target with this build. It is a single target assassin build, right? So you can just aim for tanks as well. I hit her. Don't know if it's enough. She gets forced out of the fight, which might be good enough. Now focus the front line. Focus Vi. Hit her with W's. Q. Charm. Nice. Now we can do Atakan. Nice. We have enough gold for death cap upon basing as well. But you can see, like, just one target at a time is what matters. Like one target at a time, and you'll really deal a ton of damage to them, especially with the charm max second. My concern is Akali might try to play this with like a flash E on me with Ignite, but I don't think she has damage to kill me, so I will just push this out very safely. Take my base, get death cap. That should give me enough gold for boots as well. So it will be 3 items, and whenever you reach a massive spike in the game, like whenever you reach item completions, god, damage is not quite enough. Hourglass is also great though. Maybe move into it. I could also just wait here, to be honest. Are we on a timer? Not really. I can wait. I need my ult up anyway to be able to force a play. But what I was saying is whenever you have like a disproportionate spike in the game where you're relatively incredibly strong, usually upon item completions or level completions, you want to try to force fights as much as possible. And the way to do that is look at the minimap, look at where you think the enemy team is going to go, and then move there and just wait and take control over that area. So for example here, I know that we want to be fighting around this dragon, so I'll open bot side of mid lane to try to take control over this area and this area, knowing that the enemy team in all likelihood wants a vision in those areas, and if I am down here, I can start a fight. Well, that's just unfortunate. I might have to flash. I should have flashed. That sucks. I should have flashed up. Just dead. Oh, that sucks. That was very bad by me. And my flash was just not good. It was very panicked. I'm not sure how they had vision, because the Vi was channeling Q, so she knew I was there. But I wanted to force a fight. Like this was, you can see just how much damage I did to the Vi. You can imagine if there were other players like in the area, we probably would have murdered them. I do have teleport here as well. I just don't have ult. If you can play it slow, would it be good, maybe? Oh, we're just fighting. Okay. So the fight is won. So we should get Drake. So I want to consider what do I want to do on the map, assuming that Drake is guaranteed and we won this bot side fight. And that is to go top lane. Because the Darius is up here, so I want to hold him. Looks like my Aatrox is just like 1v4'd them. That's what that was the impression I got. Admittedly, they didn't have ults, right? So of course it's easier for him to play it, but that still feels pretty insane. I think I can just murder this guy with W's very slowly. Like ult, slow, kite him, ult, dead, Lichbane procs. There you go. Gives me my last stack of Ultimate Hunter as well. And now I'm gonna just continue pushing out top lane. We should have Drake guaranteed. So what is the next neutral objective on the map, fellas? That's right, it's Baron. So Baron is going to be the next objective. So what do we want to control? We want to control topside vision. So after pushing this out, very important, every time you push out the side lane here, loop around like this. Why? Because someone might show up here, in which case you can get an angle on them. Now this is warded, so nothing is going to happen. I'm just going to leave anyway. But you can find an angle where you loop around the wall like this, you trap this bush, and someone goes to collect the wave here, and you catch them, and you either kill them or chunk them out. You can see Akali's going to run up here to try to catch me again. And I have no doubts that the entire enemy team is going to run up here, so I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to play it very slowly. We need pressure on the map so before I do anything, and I don't have my ult, so I don't want to die for no reason. Like, it doesn't matter that I am 2 items ahead of the Vi. 1 ult with an Akali nearby will still kill me. Oh, we're fighting here. Maybe I have to run down then. I wanted to try to chunk the Akali there, but I think I should just join this fight as quickly as possible. Looks like it's a pretty big commit. Enemy Darius flashes in. We can find the Mel over the wall, I should hope. Try to use my single target damage here. I have been Vi-ulted. I have been CC'd. I am fucking dead. But might be okay. Yeah, this is why I wanted Merc Treads, right? Like, this was the argument for Merc Treads. 1 CC and I am dead. Total time you're crowd controlled, 4 seconds. Yeah. Nice. That is the argument for Merc Treads in a game like this. Especially when you're going to be going in as Ahri. Dude, I'm like... Why Zed support? Or why Zed AD carry? It doesn't look very useful. Are we going to be playing the Baron is my question. I think the answer is no. Hourglass or Banshees, actually. Hourglass is great for the Vi ult, which I seem to be hit with every single fight. Banshees is good for the actual resistances. Enemy team doesn't have a lot of magic resist on the targets that I really care about either. Aatrox is going to go bot lane. Baron is up. He doesn't have teleport. That kind of sucks, but I will have to run top lane and then apply pressure here. Zed's going to be mid lane, which actually maybe Zed shouldn't be mid lane because that fella is weak as hell and he can't take any control. I could open mid lane here and force a fight as well. Would be a very good argument for that. I could TP bot lane here. Looks like my Aatrox is okay in the 1v2. I don't think we can force Baron though. So he will just trade 2 for 1 and call it a day. We can try to take as much control on the top side as possible. But what do you mean triple kill? Why is my Aatrox 1v5ing? Why is that a thing? I have more gold than him, by the way. In case any of you are wondering, I have more gold than this Aatrox. Why can he 1v5 the enemy team? That doesn't sound fair. That doesn't seem balanced. He has 0 magic resist. Mel has 3 items. Why is that allowed? Ah, of course, it's because he's a top laner. Oh, I forgot, man. Yeah, those champs need to be absolutely broken. Yeah, it's my bad. I forgot. It's so sorry, bro. Top laners. Yeah, I forgot. They need to be the most overtuned champions in the game. Otherwise, people will baby rage. Okay, my job here is not to deal damage to the Baron. My job is just to be annoying to whoever runs in. So I'll take half of his HP, run away, set up in the nice bush down here as well, and then take half of someone else's HP that comes into contest, and then just repeat like this. My job is not to deal damage to the Baron, because I don't do a lot of damage to the Baron. This should be unwarded. Okay, we can just run mid lane, take the wave. Looks like enemy team has no intention of walking in and contesting, so that should be the Baron guaranteed. Vi is bot lane. I don't know why my Zed is just still sitting there. Enemy team has very clearly shown that they're not going to contest. So let's walk up to the Baron. Now we can finally take it. They're not contesting. Should be very free. How do we want to play it next? We want control over Drake, so probably base and then go bot lane. Get our Seekers here. Sell this for a Lodge Rod. Open bot side mid. Wave is pushing out already, so there's no reason for me to open through bot lane. Akali has her death cap now as well, which is slightly scary if I'm on... okay, not to teleport. Yeah, so now I want to take control over this area. Why? Because Drake is the next big neutral objective, and I'm going to assume that the enemy support is going to come in here to try to take some wards, take some control over the Drake. So I want to be here first and be able to catch whoever comes in here. So I'm going to sweep, run in here. Maybe I can catch a Mel crossing through here. Is there any value in me running down here? Oh my god, there is. Maybe I catch the Mel. Good night. Maybe look for the Nautilus next. Slap him a little bit. No intention of trying to kill him here. Darius is defending top lane. I think we can actually just end through mid lane here. I'm just gonna run mid lane, push the wave. Should be ending the game. No one is defending it. Darius is top side, Nautilus is bot side. Now this is gonna drag Nautilus to come mid lane to defend, which is then gonna open up bot tower to take for free. So now I'm gonna leverage this pressure I'm applying mid lane to now run bot lane and take a free tower. Very important to notice that I don't have ult here. You don't get a lot of cooldown reduction on this build. So your ult actually has a pretty long cooldown. Should be able to take this. I think we could have ended if we wanted to, realistically. Looks like this Zed wants me to bait for him, which is okay. I have Hourglass. I can bait for him. I don't have ult though, so I want to play it a bit slowly if possible. But I don't mind trying to bait the Vi here. Yeah, I will Hourglass this all day. Yeah, I'll just bait the fight and call it a day. Now we're gonna just kill the Mel with single target damage. Good night, I died. I didn't quite get enough damage to kill her. But you can see the idea. Like, I don't even have to hit my spells. I just press W, R, auto attack on her and she dies. Would have been Void Staff last item in case anyone is wondering. Just for maximum damage. What a funny game. What an absolutely hilarious game, eh? Zed is not human. Yeah, agreed. That guy locks in Zed, gets absolutely smacked by a Mel. Shocker. You're playing ranged into melee bot lane, or melee into ranged bot lane. Of course you're gonna get slapped. And then he just gets mad at his support. And I love AD carry players. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good one. See ya. Bye 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 bye.